Hi, welcome to Teacher Tips Nigeria. Here we discuss all matters about the elementary school. I would have loved to talk about the high school, but I really can't because I don't have the experience of a high school, but I've worked in elementary school for over 12 years. In the last 7 years of my experience, I've been a head of school, and it has been beneficial to my growth as a teacher consultant and just coaching people, training. That's really contributed, and I'm so glad that you can join me here today. Today is the first podcast that we have for teacher tips, and I hope you can take these tips to go home. Now the school year is closing and so many activities are going to happen. So over the next 4 weeks, we're going to be talking about the following activities. 1, we're going to be talking about report writing for children. 2, we're going to be talking about the graduation party. 3, we're going to talk about how to close a school properly, how to close the school year properly. And 4, we're going to be talking about summer school. In between, we're going to have tips and tricks here and there. So if you want a lot more rich content for the elementary school, please follow me at Teacher Tips NG on Instagram, on Twitter, on Facebook, and also subscribe to the YouTube channel. So today we want to talk about writing report for children. A lot of people struggle to write report. It's one area I do not struggle. It is a report writing, so it is not simple sentences. It's not meant to be simple. It's supposed to be a report. So a child has been with you for the school year for a whole year. You should have something to say about the child. You should have something to say about the academics, and you should have something to say about their behavior. Now, this is not an avenue for you to say something bad about the child throughout, or not to have anything positive to say about the child. You should actually have a way to let the parents know who their child really is, because parents sometimes forget that children are not the same in school and at home. And also, head of schools needs to know that the child outside the classroom is also not the child within the classroom. Now, what you want to do is this: you want to categorize your children into 3 different parts. You want to and I mean academically and behaviorally. You want to talk about the children who are working at bar, who are meeting expectations, who are meeting the outcome of the curriculum. You want to have a group of comment for them. You also want to have a group of comment for children who are working above the bar, that's children who are exceeding expectation. And you want to talk about children who are not meeting expectations yet. So many factors can contribute to that. It doesn't have to be what is going on in the class that is contributing to it. It may just be something else. You want to look at that. So behaviorally, you want to look at children that put in the effort. They really, really, really want to learn, but something is just not clicking. So there could be factors that affect that mental health. Talking about the home front. What's the child eating? Is there a lot of sugar? Is the child eating enough? Does the child need medical attention? Is there abandonment? All of these things will need to come into your report writing. Also, you want to categorize your children into the children who are just fine. They show up in school on time. There is nothing to worry about, but they just don't push themselves. There's nothing you do. They really just don't care. And sometimes parents don't get that. Some children just don't care about their education. And lastly, you want to talk about the children who perhaps have the environmental difficulties, the behavioral issues, but they push anyway and they exceed expectations. Or the children who don't have them, they are just children who come to school, who are fine, nothing is wrong, and they still really enjoy learning. So you want to find out what they are learning and why they are not learning. So an example of children who are pushing to really be above par is, first, you will say something like, my name is Aditi, so I'll use myself. Aditi is a child who is joyful to come to school every morning. She enjoys learning and she wants to be in school every day. Now, if I have some behavioral issues, however, she will benefit more if she comes to school early. You have told the parents that I enjoy school. I will actually do better if I come to school early. Tell them why I need to be in school early. Because when she's not in school early, then she doesn't get a chance to go through circle time with classmates and they don't really get to know her outside of class subjects. So you want to put a lot of context into the end of year. Is end of term comment is 2, 3, 4 lines, but end of year you really want to go into details in what you're trying to say. This is you're saying something about the child. You want you want the parents to get the point. You want them to really understand what is going on. So there is what you call sandwiching a report. So sandwich is like this. I'm going to be using what's on my table now. Let's assume this is a sandwich. This is your bread, this is your bread, this is your butter and egg in the middle. So this bread has got to be positive comments. It's beautiful child, comes to school on time, does this, beautiful comments. The beginning of a sandwich always starts with however, she's very distracted in class because she chatters a lot. However, she will benefit from paying attention in class without distracting others. However, she will, benefit from, just let them know that something is not right. I'm not saying your child is bad. I'm just saying there's something we could work on, something we should work on, something we should look out for. And finally, finish it that she's had a really good year. Finish it with a positive comment. Find something positive to say and finish the comment. That way you're not attacking the personality of the child. The parent doesn't feel like you are saying something negative about the child. Neither are you hiding anything that you need to tell the parents about the child. Just be wise about it. Deliver the context of the report without hiding any fact. Still doing it without attacking the character of the child. Just give a report. It doesn't have to be anything else. That's the first thing you need to do. That's the first part of giving a report. Now, if there's a deadline in your school, try and meet your deadline. If your deadline says 3 weeks before closing, if you started writing your report at the beginning of the term, you will see that you will be rounding up by now. So another thing you don't want to do is copy and paste results for children. It speaks lack of professionalism on your part. It says that you don't even read through, neither did you edit. It says that you are a lazy writer or a lazy teacher. You don't want to give that vibe to the owner of your school. You want to take your time, and particularly general comments, you want to differentiate the child from. There's something different about every child. The child that disrupts their class most may be a very good artist, likes to paint. That could be the positive thing you might emphasize on in the child's report, and you may also want to be empathic to children who you think are disruptive for your class rules. I'm talking about primary school children. This is elementary, basic school. So sometimes, yes, they come with a lot of hard work. Sometimes you have to go the extra mile for them, and it's not because they are bad children. It's just that's what children do. So to be expecting a perfect child, I say all the time that if you enter a classroom and you see that everybody is perfect, it is not the right classroom and it's not the right fit. The teacher is not doing something right. There's something about the class culture that is toxic. So write a report for every child and don't copy report. Categorize your children for your academic report. For your personal report, that is behavioral, it has to be personal. You cannot copy and paste personal comments. You cannot say what fits A will fit B. There's something different between these two children. The academic report may look alike, but their personal report has to be different. I hope this has helped you to look at your report writing. And if you're struggling with writing your report, I've put a link in the description below, or check the link in my bio. You will see examples of reports in all these categories. And I hope today has been really good, and I hope you use these tools to help you do what you need to do. Have a good day and bye bye. Don't forget to subscribe, like and share if this video was very beneficial for you. Bye everybody.